The bicycle, a two-wheeled revolution through history. Ever wondered how a simple machine could spark revolutions, empower movements, and reshape our world? Buckle up, history buffs and cycling enthusiasts, as we embark on a fascinating journey through the history of the bicycle. Our story begins not on a paved road, but amidst the ash-choked skies of 1816. A colossal volcanic eruption in Indonesia cast a shadow over Europe, leading to crop failures and widespread horse mortality. This crisis spurred Baron Karl von Drais, a resourceful German inventor, to seek an alternative to the indispensable horse. In 1817, Drais unveiled his ingenious creation, the Lauf machine, or running machine. This rudimentary contraption, crafted from wood and featuring two inline wheels, a saddle and handlebars, lacked pedals. Riders propelled themselves by pushing off the ground, a novel concept that captured the imagination of a world grappling with scarcity. The Lauf machine, though initially met with skepticism, ignited a spark. It represented a radical shift in thinking about personal mobility. Despite facing bans in some cities due to pedestrian safety concerns, the seed of a revolutionary idea had been planted. The decades following Drais's invention witnessed a flurry of experimentation across Europe. Inventors tinkered with the Lauf machine's design, seeking to enhance its functionality and appeal. The 1860s marked a pivotal moment as Pierre Michaud and his son Ernest French carriage makers introduced a groundbreaking innovation: pedals attached directly to the front wheel. This invention, christened the velocipede, but more commonly known as the bone shaker, was a far cry from the smooth rides we enjoy today. Its heavy iron frame and iron-rimmed wheels delivered a jarring experience on the cobblestone streets of the era. Yet, the bone shaker was a sensation, offering riders the exhilarating ability to propel themselves without touching the ground. The velocipede's popularity surged across Europe and into America, becoming a fashionable pastime among the wealthy and adventurous. However, its unwieldy design and uncomfortable ride limited its accessibility, relegating it to the realm of leisure rather than practical transportation. The 1870s ushered in one of the bicycle's most iconic and peculiar forms, the penny-farthing. This high-wheeled contraption, characterized by its massive front wheel and diminutive rear wheel, resembled a child's toy blown out of proportion. The large front wheel enabled greater speed, as each pedal rotation covered more ground. However, the penny-farthing was notoriously unstable and dangerous. Mounting and dismounting required considerable skill, and falls from its lofty perch often resulted in serious injuries. Despite its risks, the penny-farthing became a symbol of modernity and daring in Victorian England. Owning and riding one signified wealth, fashion, and a spirit of adventure. The penny-farthing's inherent limitations underscored a critical challenge. The bicycle needed to be safer and more accessible. This realization paved the way for a transformative innovation that would democratize cycling and reshape personal transportation. In 1885, John Kemp Starley, an English engineer, unveiled his revolutionary creation, the safety bicycle. This groundbreaking design featured two equal-sized wheels, a chain drive to the rear wheel, and a lower, more stable frame. The safety bicycle bore a striking resemblance to the bicycles we know and love today. The safety bicycle was a game-changer, offering a safer, more comfortable, and easier riding experience. Suddenly, cycling was no longer the exclusive domain of the elite and athletic. Mass production drove down prices, making bicycles accessible to a wider segment of the population, particularly in America. By the late 1800s, the bicycle had become a symbol of personal freedom and social progress, empowering individuals to explore their surroundings and connect with their communities in unprecedented ways. The bicycle's impact extended far beyond transportation, playing a pivotal role in the women's rights movement. At a time when societal expectations confined women to the domestic sphere, the bicycle offered a radical sense of independence. A woman on a bicycle could travel freely, unburdened by the need for horses, carriages, or chaperones. She could embrace practical clothing, such as bloomers, liberating herself from the constraints of corsets and long skirts. Susan B. Anthony, a renowned American suffragist, famously declared that the bicycle had done more to emancipate women than anything else in the world. The bicycle was more than just a machine. It was a symbol of empowerment, challenging gender roles and societal expectations as women pedaled through city streets and country roads. The 20th century witnessed the bicycle's versatility as it played critical roles in both World War I and World War II. Soldiers and messengers relied on bicycles to navigate challenging terrain quietly and efficiently, accessing areas inaccessible to motorized vehicles. In occupied cities, resistance fighters utilized bicycles to transport supplies and messages discreetly, evading detection by enemy forces. The bicycle served as a tool of war, resilience, and hope, enabling individuals to overcome adversity and contribute to the war effort. In the post-war era, particularly in the United States, the rise of the automobile relegated the bicycle to the sidelines. Bikes became primarily associated with childhood recreation or athletic pursuits. However, in many parts of the world, particularly in Europe, Asia, and Africa, the bicycle remained a vital mode of transportation. Cities like Amsterdam and Copenhagen embraced cycling, developing bike-friendly infrastructure that prioritized safety and efficiency. In rural communities, bicycles provided access to education, healthcare, and markets, bridging the gap between isolation and opportunity. The bicycle culture diversified, encompassing racing, extreme sports, and environmental activism. The Tour de France, established in 1903, evolved into one of the world's most prestigious sporting events, captivating audiences with its grueling challenges and breathtaking scenery. The emergence of mountain biking and BMX in the 1970s and 1980s injected new life into youth culture and extreme sports, pushing the boundaries of what was possible on two wheels. Simultaneously, growing environmental awareness in the 1970s highlighted cycling as a sustainable alternative to automobiles, promoting its ecological benefits. Today, the bicycle is experiencing a global renaissance, driven by the urgent need to address pollution, traffic congestion, and climate change. Urban bike-sharing systems have sprung up in cities worldwide, from Paris to New York to Beijing, offering convenient and affordable transportation options. Electric bicycles, or e-bikes, are revolutionizing commuting, making longer distances and challenging terrains accessible to individuals of all fitness levels. In developing countries, bicycles remain a lifeline, providing access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. The bicycle has always been more than just a machine. It is a symbol of freedom, equality, and progress. It has quietly revolutionized societies, empowered individuals, and shaped our world in profound ways. Whether it's carrying a child to school, racing down a mountain trail, or gliding silently through a crowded city, the bicycle continues to serve humanity, not only by moving us physically, but by propelling us forward towards a more sustainable and equitable future. Perhaps that is why this simple invention has endured for over 200 years. It's not just about the wheels or the pedals, it's about the transformative power of personal mobility and the enduring human spirit. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the history of the bicycle. Now that you've explored the bicycle's rich history, it's time to get involved. Subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical deep dives and cycling adventures. Share this video with your fellow history buffs and cycling enthusiasts to spread the word about the bicycle's incredible legacy. And most importantly, hop on your bike and experience the freedom and joy of cycling firsthand. Let's keep the two-wheeled revolution rolling!